The tight-knit community of Broke is being shattered by government red tape. Their homes were devastated by raging floodwaters that left massive erosion holes. They want to clean up the mess, but their hands are tied.
Angry? Peeved off? Why do I pay me rates? We want some help and we can't get any.
Like, we don't matter at all.
They're the forgotten flood victims.
What sort of support are you getting?
Absolutely nothing, Simon.
Because they don't want to help us in doing anything. They come down here, fold their arms, they look at it, discuss what they think they're going to do, say they're going to come back tomorrow. They never come back.
Welcome to the tiny town of Broke in the Hunter Valley. Surrounded by wineries and beautiful mountain ranges, it should be a slice of paradise.
Stinks.
Broke is at the heart of a bitter bureaucracy row over low-lying floodwater, which is stagnant and becoming a health hazard.
Council, they told us no. No, it's my property, it's my responsibility.
Colin Latham's property is one of the worst hit. He bred show chickens, thousands of dollars worth, washed away.
This has been wrecked by the water, is that what you're saying?
Yep, by the flood, yep. Yeah, and I can't, it's been 3 weeks now and I haven't been able to get in there and fix anything.
His family is living in this.
Take it nice and steady. Ugh.
So, Colin, a water view that you don't want.
No.
The flood hit Broke in early July. The Wollombi Brook broke its banks and the town went under, water carving its way through the village.
It was like a river. You could hear it roar.
The last time it flowed through town was 1949 or something like that. Yeah, that was the last time, but this was worse.
The flood caused massive erosion holes, which the Environment Protection Authority believes have filled with contaminated water. So locals have been told they can't pump them out.
That's what EPA have said. We can't pump out erosion holes. And that's an erosion hole because it isn't connected to that water. It's an erosion hole.
So, Jeff, this was your driveway, I take it?
It was, yeah.
And what is it now?
A swimming pool.
A swimming pool.
At least 74-year-old Jeff Minnis can still have a laugh. The front of his property has virtually washed away.
Everyone calls it a sinkhole, but it's erosion and that. It's just the water hits the poles and everything just spins around and just burrows itself into the ground. And the ground's so sandy.
What's the solution? What can you do now?
Don't know. I don't know what the council are doing. They haven't come up and let us know what's going on.
When it hit, the water was licking at his front door. It was like a tsunami as it gathered momentum.
The roar and the noise of it was horrible.
It destroyed the footings of his front veranda and may have done irreparable damage to the house footings. He's living in a caravan out the back.
And they're not sure what they're going to do yet.
Everywhere you look in Broke, there's evidence of the ferocity of the flood. This was the main road out of Broke. Now it's just a pile of rubble in this massive big hole. And who knows how long it could take before this road is rebuilt. Lyndon Dean is furious with Singleton Council and the EPA.
They've adamantly and told me without any certainty that anything inside this boundary is my problem.
If this happened in Singleton, for instance, we would have seen bulk army people on the ground helping with the clean-up.
How would you describe the treatment you've received?
Forgotten. Absolutely forgotten. They haven't even bothered to come and talk to me. They won't ring me. I leave phone calls, I leave messages for them, they won't ring me.
At the Singleton Council Civic Centre, maybe they're just too busy to call back. They do need 5 council employees tending 1 tree.
Because we're the back end of Broke, we've just been completely forgotten. The community's awesome. The RFS have tried, but they're only a small unit, but council couldn't have cared less, really.
It's been 3 weeks since the floods hit, and it's still a disaster zone. Residents say they've been blocked at every turn by authorities, so they're taking steps themselves to clean up this mess. So frustrated, Colin Latham and Lyndon Dean decided to clean up themselves and pump the water into a nearby paddock.
After 2 weeks of pumping into the paddock, EPA flew down here and started issuing folded pieces of paper with listed prices of fines that we're going to get if we keep pumping.
A person who pollutes land is guilty of an offence. $60,000 for each day that you're pumping.
Yeah, contaminated water apparently.
The locals have been told the water in the erosion holes could be contaminated with sewage from septic tanks.
And we've still got lakeside views, yes.
Rachel Myers has 2 daughters, 3 and 5.
So at that perfect age to go and try and get into mischief and stuff like that, 5 seconds it would take and they could just jump into them holes and drown, really.
For now, Rachel is stuck with the lakeside views no one wants.
Is that your scooter?
Authorities have even told Colin Latham he needs to fence this off because, quote, it's a pool.
I'm afraid to go to work because if I leave my yard and a young kid comes in here and drowns, I'm gone. I'm liable.
With no assistance from government authorities, Bulga Coal has stepped in, helping the locals pump the creek water, not the water in the erosion holes, away.
Thank heavens for the Bulga Coal.
So, for now, they're stuck with this mess.
Is this our responsibility or council? It's floodwater.
Together, the locals say they'll get through it.
The people here are just terrific.